In the last few videos, we were discussing different problems related with UGC NET. You may think why I'm discussing different problems one after the other in different videos. The purpose is simple. The whole stakeholders has to discuss about it. Okay, the government has invited a suggestion for it, the government committee. So we want to inform the committees, those who are responsible, and there should be change in the upcoming examination. The intention is simply that. Okay, there should be change in the upcoming examinations, and the future examination should be better and more transparent. So in this video, I will be discussing the issues related with the conducting of the exam. Okay, regarding the hall ticket, the center, the frisking, etc. So firstly, the issue related with the hall ticket. One of the most important issue related with the hall ticket is releasing hall ticket just 2 or 3 days before. Creates a lot of difficulties, mental stress for the students. They were preparing for the exam. Okay, the exam is going as per the day, the exam is going to be conducted in the next week, and there is a rumor of postponement. Okay, then only 2 or 3 days before they are releasing the hall ticket. And also before 2 or 3 days before releasing hall ticket, there is a process of city intimation. I think there is no need of city intimation. What is the need of city intimation? You can simply release hall ticket 2 or 3 weeks before. That's what will be very helpful, okay, very comfortable for those who are writing the exam. And the next important issue is regarding what we can say, the lack of proper guidelines or confusion regarding guidelines in the hall tickets. In most of the cases, in most of the cycle, there is some sort of changes in the guidelines. What are the things that has to be brought? Okay, what are the ID proofs, or what are the things that are not permitted to be brought regarding the dress code and other things, Aadhaar declaration, non-Aadhaar declaration. Okay, students have a lot of what we can say, a lot of confusion regarding certain guidelines. Okay, there is no option to have more clarity regarding that also. And the next, and I will say the most important issue regarding some conducting is allocation of centers. Okay, there is an option for selecting 4 centers around the aspirant location. Even after selecting 4 centers, okay, many of the students, there is an instance of students getting far centers. Okay, centers very distant from their original location, even in a different state, not in a single state. I know students who have applied in Kerala getting centers in Tamil Nadu and some other states. It's a very serious issue, especially since they are releasing the hall ticket 2 or 3 or just a week before, and they are getting centers thousands of kilometers away. That is a very important point we should note, is that when it comes to NET aspirants, many of them are not same as those who are writing other exam. Many of them will be parents, many of them will be mothers. There may be case of those who are having some health complication, or there is a case of those who are having what we can say pregnant aspirants will be there. It will be difficult for them to travel long distance, okay, as per the doctor's advice or as per the medical advice. So I know a lot of aspirants who were unable to attend the exam merely because they are not healthy, because it's not advisable for them on a health background. So it's very important nearest centers are allocated to the students. This is an online exam, I know, but I think it's being conducted in maybe 3-4 weeks. So if the authority think it can be provided, I feel there is some sort of issues or in the exam allocation process. And the next important aspect is regarding the process of frisking. For many of the students, frisking seems to be very non-friendly manner. I think it's mainly because lack of proper guidelines given or lack of proper trainings to those at the examination center or for the examiners. Okay, so whether what are the dress that can be weared, or clear clarity regarding that, or whether ornaments can be weared or not. So many of the centers have their own take on that. Some centers allow ornaments, some centers don't allow ornaments. Okay, then some centers allow certain type of dress, some others not. So it seems to be there is a lack of clarity regarding that one. And also when it comes to examination conducting in certain centers, they are giving enough what we can say additional sheet for doing the mathematics and other things. Okay, some centers are not giving. There is a limit in that. There is some confusion regarding whether pen can be brought by the students or not. Some centers are allowing, some are not allowing. And also similarly, normally there is a practice of collecting hall ticket before leaving the exam hall. But during this time, last time, in many of the centers has collected hall ticket, many hadn't collected the hall ticket. It all seems to be that it's due to the lack of proper guidelines or training to those who are conducting the exams. Okay, I will not blame them. They are deliberately doing something unfriendly to the students. It's because they are not having the clarity. And also, in most of the cases, in many examination centers, people on a contractual basis for 1 or 2 days or examination is being taken for conducting the exam. I will say government authorities or teachers, scholar teachers with enough responsibility should be assigned with conducting the exams. Then only, and they should be conducting every year, most of them. Then they will be clear regarding the process. In most of the cases, the examiners will be as a part of NET for the first time. It creates a lot of confusion, especially in an exam in which there is a frequent changes in the notification and guidelines. So these are some of the issues related with the conducting. Most important issue regarding the allocation of examination centers. Then we have regarding release of hall ticket just 2 or 3 days before, unwanted release of the city intimation process, then lack of experience in the side of examiners, and unhealthy frisking and other process. So the authorities should take necessary steps to ensure all these problems are resolved at the earliest.